Oral tradition is deeply ingrained within the African culture in general. As a result, many African communities are privileged to have lineages of historians and guardians of oral traditions who preserve and transmit history, genealogy, and cultural knowledge through spoken word and music. This case of people are responsible for maintenance of oral traditions both in speech and in song, and they are known as the Griots. In this video, we shall discuss about the Griots of West Africa, who serve as the keepers and the dispensers of tribal knowledge and historical events. The griots are basically storytellers and musicians who often use storytelling, music, and song to convey their knowledge of tradition and culture as they seek to transmit values and beliefs through their performances. While they seek to entertain, the griots also serve as a vital social function of educating and informing their communities. The word griot is believed to have been derived from the Portuguese word criado, which means servant of the master, or basically servant. A good guess would be that these griots were named as such because not only were they entertainers, but they also served as advisors to chiefs and other leaders, acting as mediators and diplomats. Therefore, the word griot has its origin in European language. However, there are a variety of terms for the word griot rooted in African languages. The griots are known as the Jali or the Jeli in the Mande language. The female griot is known as the Jalimuso or Jelimuso, with the muso being the Mande term for woman. Similarly, the griots are also known as the Gwewel in the Wolof language. Further, the griots are referred to as Kewel in the Serel language. Additionally, the griots are known as Gaulo in the Fula language. And finally, the griots are known as Arokin in the Yoruba language. The griots are more predominant in the north portions of West Africa. The griots originated in the 13th century in the Mande Empire of Mali. For centuries, the griots have told and retold the history of the Mali Empire, keeping their stories and traditions alive. Apart from being storytellers, the griots are also poets, historians, genealogists, as well as musicians. Being a griot is not a job you applied for, but a role you are born into. The griots also come from families that have passed this responsibility down for generations. In other words, the griot profession is hereditary and has long been part of a West African culture. Traditionally, in order to become a griot, you had to be born into a griot family. Each aristocratic family of griot accompanied a royal family of warrior kings or emperors known as Jatigi. Hence, in traditional culture, the griot would not exist without the Jatigi or the royals. However, the Jatigi could loan his griot to another Jatigi, hence their name griot, which literally means a servant. The young griot learned to master their craft by memorizing countless of stories and songs, playing traditional instruments, and understanding their community's history inside and out. The griot often accompanied their stories and songs with music from instruments such as the kora, the ngoni, the balafon, and the djembe, among others. The kora is a unique stringed instrument from West Africa, often described as a harp lute. The kora is built with a large calabash gourd as its base, which is then covered with a cowhide. A long hardwood neck is then attached to the calabash and has 21 or 22 strings, traditionally made of antelope hide, which are strung from the neck to the resonator. The ngoni is a traditional West African string instrument with a body made of wood or calabash and dried animal skin head stretched over it. The ngoni is played by the griot at celebrations and special occasions in traditional songs. The balafon is a gourd-resonated xylophone similar to a European xylophone, dating back to the course of the Mandinka Empire. The balafon has entertained crowds throughout history of South and West Africa, growing popularity across the African continent. The djembe is a rope-tuned, skin-covered goblet drum played with bare hands, originally from West Africa and very popular among the griot. The griots were both feared and respected by people in West Africa for their wisdom as well as their talent and with words. As a matter of fact, the griots were believed to have deep connections to spiritual, social, political powers. The griots were revered among society, for some were considered to be divine healers, medicine men, or conduits between the living and the dead. When a griot died, it was a heavy blow to the community, for the death of a griot was equated to the burning down of a library, because history was written in the hearts and the minds of the griot long before the colonial era. Hence, when a griot passed away, then the gift of storytelling died along with them. So the hope of the gift of being inherited or passed down onto their children was the blessed hope of continuity for the griot. The modern-day griot do exist, and in addition to them being journalists, they are also diplomats, teachers, advisors, rulers, musicians, poets, entertainers, actors, as well as masters of ceremonies who tell stories of blackness with African flavor. The griot's role has traditionally been to preserve the genealogies, historical narratives, and oral traditions of the people, with praise being part of the griot's repertoire. Modern-day griots do not only cross generations but also ancestral borders and emerge as part of a global band of artists who fuse cultures from around the world. Perhaps the most famous and internationally recognized griot is the late Mori Kante. Mori Kante was a Guinean vocalist and player of the kora harp. Mori Kante was best known internationally for his 1987 hit Yeke Yeke, which reached #1 in Europe. His song Yeke Yeke was the best-selling African record of its time, with over 1 million copies sold. Mori Kante was born to a griot family in Kankan in the Republic of Guinea. His father was a balafon player and his mother was a singer. Moreover, his brother Jeli Musa Diawara is a griot or a jali. He also learned to play the balafon, the kora, and the guitar before becoming an international star with a solo career spanning decades. Moreover, Jeli Musa Diawara is a composer and a singer, having composed most of his tracks playing the kora and sometimes the guitar. Another famous griot was the late Toumani Diabate. Toumani Diabate was a Malian kora player who hailed from a long family of tradition of players of the kora. His father, Sidiki Diabate, had an album record in 1970, and his mother, Nene Koita, was a singer. Toumani Diabate's family oral tradition tells 70 generations of musicians preceding him in a patrilineal line. His cousin Sona Jobarte is the first female professional kora player to come from a griot family. Similarly, his younger brother Mamadou Sidiki Diabate is also a kora player. As a boy, Toumani Diabate absorbed the griot culture and learned from watching his father and grandfather play the kora. 2006, the British independent online newspaper named Toumani Diabate as one of the 50 best African artists across media. Similarly, the British Times Daily newspaper described Toumani Diabate as a bold and innovative musical visionary. Another famous griot was Ali Farka Touré, who is widely recognized as the father of Malian music and one of Africa's most internationally renowned musicians. Ali's music is known to blend traditional Malian music and African American blues, and he is considered as a pioneer of African desert blues. Ali Farka Touré was ranked number 76 on Rolling Stone's list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time and number 37 on Spin magazine's 100 greatest guitarists of all time. Ali was listed as a noble griot, and hence his gift of music was hereditary. Aside from the male griot, there are also female griots that are known internationally as entertainers who originate from the griot bloodline. Perhaps the most famous female griot is Sona Jobarte from Gambia. Sona is a Gambian multi-instrumentalist, singer, and composer. Moreover, she's from one of the 5 principal kora-playing griot families of West Africa and is the first female professional kora player to come from a griot family. Sona Jobarte is the cousin of the celebrated kora player, the late Toumani Diabate, and the sister of the diaspora kora player, Tunde Jegede. Another celebrated female griot singer is Kanja Kuyate, a Malian Jelimuso and a kora player. Kanja Kuyate has earned the prestigious title of Ngara, or La Grande Vedette Malienne, meaning Malian superstar, due to her dense, emotional, hypnotic manner of singing, as well as her lyrical talents, which have earned her a huge acclaim in Mali. Kanja's father was a balafon xylophone player, and her mother was a singer. She therefore, through her lineage, inherited the gift of being a Jalimuso. Another famous Jalimuso or female griot is Noura Mint Seymali. Noura is a Mauritanian griot singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist. Noura Mint Seymali was born in Mauritania to Dibi Mint Abba and Seymali Ould Ahmed Val. Both her parents were important musical figures in Mauritania, and through this musical connection, she was able to master the ardin, which is a 9-stringed harp instrument reserved for women. With the help of her husband, who is a guitarist, they formed their first band in 2004 and a local release of 2 albums. Noura's 2016 album Arbina was noted for its fiery vocals and unconventional instrumentation. There are many, many more griots that have embraced the world stage and are known internationally, including Balake Sissoko, Jale Keba Suso, Salio Suso, Nino Galisa, Alaji Papa Suso, Kas Madi Diabate, Umar Kuyate, Nyama Suso, Sekuba Bambino, Seku Keita, among many, many others. In pop culture, the griots are still recognized on the world stage and also on the silver screen. In 2025 film Sinners, the character Sammy Moore embodies a griot archetype through his role as a blues musician and storyteller. Sammy's music acts as a portal for magic and a conduit for his experiences, highlighting the sacred role of the storyteller. Sammy, as a blues musician, is depicted as a griot, a West African descendant storyteller who preserves and transmits history and culture through music and narrative. Sammy's music is not just entertainment, but a force that can open portals, influence events, and connects him to a deeper reality. The movie Sinners emphasizes the importance of protecting storytellers and their narratives, recognizing the vital role they play in preserving culture and history.